Hey, what's up, guys? It is Unbound Brian back again with another Netflix series review. I just finished watching The Order Season 2, and guys, I gotta tell you, this show is wild. If you like magic, monsters, horror, fantasy, if you like all that stuff, this is the show for you. If you haven't watched The Order yet, this is a show you gotta watch. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the prefaces to this story because a lot of people haven't heard of this. Or at least I don't think a lot of people have seen this show before. The Order is a show that is basically centered around a secret society called the Order of the Blue Rose, and they have a nemesis called I think the Knights of St. Christopher, and all the Knights of St. Christopher are werewolves. And in this show, the way you become a werewolf is you are bonded with one of the previous knights, or the original knights, which were the original werewolves. You're a human host, you are bonded, and then you become a werewolf. And each of the werewolves has their own personality, the way they work with humans, etc. Anyway, the point being is that this show has a season 2. Our hero, in the end of season 1, our hero lost his memories, and that was kind of crazy. I was like, no! And then this season 2, we killed off a bunch of the main characters. Our wolf pack is intact, but clearly damaged. They spent most of the season trying to get back the female werewolf, Lilith. She got trapped in the demon dimension, and at the end of the series, they finally get her back, and now she has all the markings on her face, like what demons have, and she thinks that that dimension is her home. So it's very interesting. I'm going to give the season a solid 8.5 out of 10. This show's pretty good. I enjoyed it. I love the suspense in it. All the side stories are great. All the characters are really compelling and interesting in their own unique way. The show doesn't shy against things like, same-sex relationships, which a lot of shows... Which is getting better, obviously. A lot of shows are like, if you look at the CW, like, they made Mr. Terrific gay. So, like, a lot of shows are getting more, more accepting of that. But that's just something that I think is a bonus there, is that, like, The Order is like, hey! They don't shy away from, like, realistic relationships. So that's the thing that I enjoy about it. Which is important, I think, to have in any good fantasy-based show, is to have that one element of reality to it. So this show does a really good job of kind of mixing reality and fantasy and blurring that line. Also, this show does a really good job of blurring the lines between good and evil. Like, our villains are never quite as villainous as we would like to think they are, and our heroes are never quite as heroic as we think that they should be. So it's a very interesting dynamic, and I just wanted to let you guys know what my thoughts were on it. I hope you guys will give this a shot. If you have a Netflix account, I highly recommend giving The Order a shot. Solid 8.5 out of 20. I can't wait for Season 3, and they left it open for a Season 3. Is our hero's partner going to die? She did try to leave some kind of, like, magical revolution, so I don't know. It's interesting. I'm just curious to see where it's all going to go. There also seems to be, like, a bit of a werewolf-esque civil war in a way too, because, like, half the werewolves are still kind of wanting to go the way things used to be, and the other half seem to be very more accepting of a new dynamic with the Order. If you guys to kind of say what that is basically because these are very spoilery reviews, obviously, but the Knights of St. Christopher are now the Knights of the Blue Rose. Basically, their job is the same. It's to keep the Order in check. It's just now they're also a part of the Order. So that's, that they've kind of been, according to the history of the show, they were part of the Order, and then they split apart, and now they have rejoined the Order, and some of the Knights are not okay with that. It is what it is. It's very interesting. Like I said, I'm excited to see where this is going to go in the next season. So, in short, go watch The Order. I don't think you'll be disappointed. The acting is grade A. I love all the actors. The characters are very compelling, and that's just everything you need for a good show is in this show. Anyway, guys, I'm Unbound Brian. If you guys want to you know, support the channel. I think I have some links somewhere in the description so you can buy things like t-shirts and things like that. They're for my other channel, but you guys can use that to support the channel if you want. Yeah, assuming I remember to put the links in the bottom. If I didn't, no big deal. Don't worry about it. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. If you're new to the Unbound Brian channel, maybe consider subscribing. I would appreciate it. Then I'll bring you a Netflix review soon. Peace.